Banichura, we are with 5. So it's on critical thinking. Globalization is altering the way of life, and the only way to address with these growth is through good thinking skills. That's critical thinking and creativity. Below are explanations on definitions, necessary and sufficient conditions, linguistic pitfalls, and basic logic, which enable effective critical thinking. Definitions are important in expounding and clarifying meaning. Definiendum and definient are the parts of a definition. Definiendum is a word being defined, while definient is a word that defines a definiendum. A term alludes expressions made up of one word, say amphibian. A referent of a term is what the term alludes, which are its extensions, say flower. Its extension can be rose, lily, or sunflower. A concept of a term is an idea that epitomizes compression of a term. Kinds of definitions. Firstly is reportive definition, also known as a lexical definition. It recounts the existing meaning of a term. Example, a gene is the basic physical and functional unit of heredity. A reportive definition should be consistent with the meaning of the definiendum. It should not be too wide or too narrow. Example, a residential building is a story building. There are other story buildings like educational building and industrial building. Secondly, a stipulated definition. It attributes a new meaning to the term with or without a previous meaning. Example, where VIP is defined as villagers in public, it becomes a stipulated definition. Thirdly is precising definition. It's neither reportive nor stipulated definition. It is to make the meaning of the term more prim. Criteria for good definition. To start with is the use of intentional definition if possible. Extension is a group of things to which a term applies, say notebook. Its extensions are maths notebook or special notebook, while the intention of the meaning of a term, that a notebook, is a small book with a blank or ruled pages for writing notes. Another is avoiding circulating. Definition should not be an indistinctive language as far as possible. Example, visiting relative can be boring. It either means the act of visiting relative is boring or relative who visits are boring.
1. Being an unmarried woman is necessary for being a spinster. 2. Air is necessary but not sufficient for our survival. 3. Having a daughter is sufficient but not necessary for being a parent. 4. Being poor is not necessary nor sufficient to having a happy life.
Necessary and sufficient conditions to resolve dispute. Concepts can be used to identify more clearly the differences between the parties when people disagree with each other, especially about some theoretical issue. For example, suppose some claims that computers can think because they can never fall in love or be sad. To understand this argument better, we can ask whether this person is assuming that having emotions is necessary for thinking, and if so, why? If something is capable of reasoning and deduction, then presumably it can think. But emotion seems to be a different category of mental states. We can imagine a person who is able to think and reason, but who cannot feel any emotions, perhaps due to brain injuries. If this is possible, it shows that emotions are necessary for thinking. The right of fallacy. Although the concept of necessary and sufficient conditions are very important, they are also used in some bad argument. The right of fallacy is to argue that something is not important because it is not necessary or not sufficient for something else that is good or valuable. The right of fallacy is to argue that something is not important because it is not necessary for something that is good or valuable. Empirically, impossibility is also known as causal or biological possibility.
My name is Benedict, and I'm here to talk about linguistic pitfalls. Linguistic pitfalls are inappropriate uses of language that hinder accurate and effective communication. They happen as a result of using unclear or distorted or empty meaning language. And one of the situations in which linguistic pitfalls can be seen are meaning. Here there's a lack of clarity. The words we use can be imprecise as a result of failure to organize our ideas properly. And you can see this in ambiguity. This simply means an expression with more than one meaning. There are various kinds of ambiguity, and they are lexical ambiguity. An example is cat. Cat as in cat alone, or cat as in cat the claw. And referential ambiguity is the second one. What the pronoun or qualifier is referring to here is not made clear. An example is the boy told his father the theft and he was upset. The boy told his father about the theft and he was very upset. Syntactic ambiguity is the third one. There's more than one way to interpret the expression, albeit the meaning is clear. Example is, I shot a bird in my pajamas. I was told to stop drinking in class. Vagueness. A term is vague if it has an imprecise boundary. The word tall is vague because it is not precise enough. A term can be vague though it is not ambiguous. So when a statement is vague, it reduces the amount of information that is being conveyed. And when a statement is more precise, it contains more details, but also runs a higher risk of being wrong. In as much as vague statements can be useful, you should avoid being wrong and also be careful of vague statements that carry useful information. An example is politicians making use of vague statements by promising to do a lot when the time is right, but without saying what counts as the right time.
My name is Elizabeth Dede Intifo. I will talk about the basic logic. Contrary to popular belief, logic is not only used in complex situations. It has great practical significance as well. In the following paragraphs, we will attempt to explain basic logic briefly. When a set of statements are logically possible in the same situation, the set of statements can be said to be consistent. The opposite of a consistent statement is an inconsistent one, and these are called contraries. An inconsistent set of statements is usually contradictory. Example, everybody loves ice cream and nobody likes ice cream are contradictory statements, so they can be said to be inconsistent. I'll move on to the entailment. A set of statements into bracket A entails or implies another statement into bracket B. If B follows logically from A, therefore B is logical consistent of A. The following points govern entailment. A set of true statements cannot have false consequences. A set of false statements can have true consequences. Entailment deals to the logical strength of statements. If A entails B, but B cannot entail A is logically stronger. Logically strong statements have higher tendency of being false, and this can be avoided by qualifying them. I'll move on to logical equivalence. If statement A entails statement B and statement B entails statement A, then they are logically equivalent. Conjunction. A conjunction of A and B forms a complex statement where A is the left conjunct and B is the right. When both statements are true, their conjunction is true. The word quoted end is used to form conjunctions, but the use of this word can cause ambiguity, so care must be taken. Disjunction. The word quoted or is used to form disjunctions, and there are two forms. These are exclusive and inclusive. In the inclusive form statements, A or B are possible.
And Gloria, the next is negation. The negation of a statement is another statement whose truth value is the opposite of the first statement. The first statement and its negation are always inconsistent, and they form a pair of exhaustive and inclusive alternatives. Example, dinosaurs existed. Dinosaurs did not exist. They can both be true, but they cannot be false. Conditional. They are in the form if A, then B, and they are used to form rules and general laws like computer programs and scientific laws. Statement A is called the antecedent and B is the consequence. Biconditional. A biconditional is the form if A, then B, and if B, then A. In short, it is the conjunction of a conditional and converb. Thank you. Bye.